Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device with none of my brain tied behind my back because I need every single brain cell front and center just to keep up with everybody. Hope you're doing well. As we head into the weekend, we saw a nice pleasant move for both gold and silver. And gold and silver indeed did rise, and now scammers are rising up and calling us right out the outset. Here we go. Hello? Let's see. Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Emma here with Evercare Solutions. How are you doing today?
I'm great.
According to our records, you might be eligible for a state-approved final expense insurance plan that will fully cover your funeral, burial, and cremation costs. May I ask if you are aged between 40 and 80?
I am.
Just for my confirmation, you make your own financial decisions, right?
I do.
One moment, I'll connect you with the senior specialist now.
Come on.
Your call is very important to us.
Okay.
Please stay on the line and you'll be
So
transferred
we'll
to the
see.
next available
I get
agent.
to pass the AI voice, automated voice, and get a real person here. May or may not connect, but we're going to give it the old community college try as we respond to our first comment here and wait for that connection if it happens. Doesn't sound like it's going to happen. Sometimes they don't. From Hobo Bill. Says, my LCS says there is a silver squeeze happening, but it's not the price of an ounce of silver, but the premium. Several weeks ago, the silver was closer to $37. He was selling silver eagles for 40.
Thank you for holding on. This is James who I have pleasure of speaking with.
This is Glenn. It sounds like you just woke up. Are you okay? Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I just woke up. No, I just had to woke up, you know.
You might want to get a cup of coffee like I've got. I just woke up too, but this coffee's keeping me awake. Listen.
Oh, what coffee are you drinking?
What
coffee are you drinking?
I'm drinking some Nescafe mixed in with a little bit of black silk Folgers. It's delicious.
Oh, I have like my weight is so much. I weigh so much, so that's why I drink black coffee. I don't want to drink black coffee either.
You don't like to drink black coffee? Does that mean you're a racist? If you don't like black coffee?
Oh, between you and me, yeah.
Yes, well, I like black coffee. It's black, but it does have some... nope. He hung up on me. I guess he must be a racist. Between him and me, he's... I don't know what it is, but anyways, all right. Good to see you guys. All right, let's see here. So, back to Hobo Bill's comment. He says... anyways, a Silver Eagle was $5 over. He was selling them for $42, but the premium is now $2 over. He was also selling his Constitutional for 26 times face and is now at 27. He says it's a great time to buy silver, and I agree. There are many deals to be had in this buyer's market. Indeed, that's exactly right. We got to be agile and adjust with the market, indeed, for sure. All right. Paulo Solo 2189 says the following. I've been playing a mental game lately, converting the things I buy in my head to cost in an ounce of silver. It costs an ounce of silver to feed my family of 5. The average is in between all home cooked meals, which is naturally cheaper, blended with carryout and other purchases. The beer I just bought was about a quarter ounce. It makes things interesting to think in these terms. Yes, it really does. You think in terms of what silver can do for you in the marketplace, it really puts it into perspective. We measure our wealth in ounces, not dollars in the grand scheme of things, for sure. Sabinator is here. Good to see you. The lovely Lisa Anderson is here. I'm assuming she's lovely, according to Tony Erickson. I'm going to vouch for Tony Erickson and agree that she's lovely. Yes, indeed. And Andy Social is here. Good to see Andy. Welcome, Carrie Taryn. Good to see Cybercurrent Twitcher. The great JM Unleashed is with us tonight as well. Good to see all of you fellas and lady here with us tonight. All right, and let's see here. Oh, it looks like we got the names back. Okay, they brought the names, so now it's 8-inch Destroyer. Yeah, it's crazy. I wonder how they Cybercurrent Twitcher's name is back. Matt's name is there. Chad Wolf. I wish they would do that here with these. They got the handles here, but anyways. Paulo says here. By the way, we're expecting about 4 or 5 different scammers to call us at 6:15, so be on the lookout. Let's see. I've been playing a mental game lately, so that's right. We got that. My dad passed last year. Should I take his coin collections to 2 separate dealers to see if anything is valuable and sell off the rest? Yes, it would be good to take it to 2, maybe 3 different dealers to get appraised. You can also look up on the internet as well to see what's valuable, but you're going to get a whole lot of noise probably on the internet, but it's probably good to do, depending on what kinds of things are. And my condolences to you on the loss of your father. Here comes a scammer. Oh, man, they're on. Well, they just hung up. All right, very good. Good to see you guys. Judy Barbara. Welcome, Judy. Good to see a new person here. Welcome. Keith Havens is here. Good to see new folks here. And Gordon Sisk is with us. We got Paul Tissue, Matt Wingy, and good to see all of you guys. Good crowd with us here as we peruse our way through this broadcast here on Friday. And we got TM7100. He got the 2-ounce Sal round from Summit today. Congratulations on that. In the mail, it looks amazing and better in person and came with a flip. Do you know where I can purchase a capsule that it will fit in? Yep, I think I told you that in another comment. And 39 millimeter 2-ounce is definitely what you want for that. And yes, indeed. And thank you. All right, very good. Thank you so much. There was Silver Shelby. Good to see you, Silver Shelby. We have Bozo is with us. Cat Below is here. And good to see all of you guys with us tonight. Let me slurp a little coffee here. And we're going to get to the next comment. Chuck and Plata. Chuck and Plata says here, again, I say, Mr. Sal, you have a lovely table. I'm adding detective, all right, to your demanding and discerning digestive diligence. Well, I like to eat and make sure that I eat food that's going to be a probiotic from time to time. I don't even know if I'm doing it, but I don't have an upset stomach. So my digestive diligence is intact, hopefully. Well, thank you, sir. There's B. Taylor is here. And that 1/4 ounce maple before the last uptick. Congratulations, Marge. Way to go. Yeah, I've got a couple orders in that I placed before this big increase in price. Yes, indeed. One came in today. It's been a little bit slow, but I'll show that too. And it's going to be my rarest gold coin ever. And I pay much less. All right. 13 calls a day. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, some of those they sell your information. They shouldn't be able to do that. It's insane. All right, Woven Chaos is here. Welcome, Woven Chaos. Good to see you, Dean. Here says on this video about the gold coin I got under spot. And Paul Tissue just gifted 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Welcome, Check Stacker. Good to see you. Let's give him 5 push-ups. Thank you so much, Paul Tissue, for that. The first act of kindness tonight. Thank you, brother. Let's make that happen for the captain. Oh, yeah. I'm going to make it rock and roll here. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. To receive one of those, give him a multitude of gratitude. It's very nice of you, sir. Yes, indeed. As those go out, and hopefully the recipients will extend them beyond the 30-day gift period. So that's very good. All right. So anyways, I did the same with my credit card, pay off my bills with it. All online purchases, and then pay it off every month. Not a fan of that design on the Sunflower Liberty coin. Yeah, I don't like. I'm okay with the sunflower side, but I hate the eagle on the reverse. Hate that eagle, as you heard in that video. All right. Yes, Paul Tissue's keeping me healthy. Yes, indeed, he is. All right. And Lulu Lucky has a question. Says this. Let's see here. I'm so confused. You're saying you got that below spot. Yes, but you are saying that because you use credit card points and that doesn't count as money? No, it does count as money. No, it does count as money. If that's what you're saying, then I am frugal to a level that you most likely cannot comprehend, as I'm having trouble comprehending your logic. The coin cost a price Was the price below spot, or was the payment comprised of multiple sources that included points on a credit card that could have been used for other items? Yes, it could have been used for other items, but I used it specifically for this, Lulu. So in other words, I bought the coin from the mint at issue price, and I took all my rewards and was able to apply it to that purchase, and I ended up getting it for under spot, and that's what it was. Yes, they could have been used for other items, but I used it for this item, and so that's what it was. That's what it was about. But thank you. Good question, Lulu. All right. All right, very good. All right, next sexy 79 could be contender. I wouldn't know. But hey, yes, indeed, that's great. That's awesome. Let's see here. And Jim Eisenberg says here, don't forget about the 40%. It really doesn't get any love. There's a reason for that. Good for a really limited budget. And I would say avoid it even if you have a limited budget. Do not waste your time with 40% silver, folks. It takes up the same amount of space as a regular 90% half dollar. And yes, you will get a very good deal with it on it. However, you probably will not be able to sell it in this market. And it'd be hard pressed to sell it in most other markets as well, too. Just avoid the 40%. And there's a reason it doesn't get any love. In fact, I talked about that in the 5 types of silver you should not stack. If you'd search that on YouTube, or on my channel, you might be able to find that. But yes, indeed. So, yep, I wouldn't avoid it like the plague, but I would avoid it like a bad cold, okay? Just avoid it like a bad cold, but not like the plague. Littlefoot, tell us what the price of that, please. I do not see the weight. Okay, not sure exactly to which you're referring. About the price of what there. So I'd have to watch that again to see here. And I forget about it. Silver here about the market update from yesterday. It says this. Let's see here. Salivate, don't you think silver's 45-year cup and handle is absolutely profound? It's the most coiled back spring in the world has ever seen. Also, what do you think of Michael Oliver saying that it's going to burst to $60 this year? I doubt very seriously. The cup and handle is a good thing that a technical analyst look at, and I can see why you would say that, especially with these wedge patterns. But there's so much other stuff happening in the markets psychologically, and that are leading this in this direction. Anything can change in an instance, but I do not believe we're going to see $60 this year. And I definitely will not see the gold to silver ratio go under 20. And the only reason why it was 20 to 1 for thousands of years is because it was fixed for a great period of time in the modern industrial age. And that's really the only reason. And also, since 1900, silver has been mined like wildfire. A whole heck of a lot of silver came out of the ground since 1900. You look up mining from 1900 before, hardly any silver. In fact, in Egypt, it was 1 to 1. I talked about that in a previous video, but nonetheless, but I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I forget about it. I think you saw my video talking about where I disagree with the gold to silver ratio, silver being more rare than gold. All right, very good. And thank you. Cybercurrent Twitcher has posted a link to that video. I appreciate that. Great find on that, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Appreciate that, my friend. I'm going to pin that son of a biscuit. And very good. Good to see all of you guys. Appreciate you being with me here tonight, each and every one of you. All right. Yes, indeed. Some new names here. It's nice to see some new names, and I appreciate you guys being here. If you're new, we'd like to have a little fun, answering some comments, answering some scammers. They're supposed to call us in mere minutes from now. So we await these calls, and we're going to take them as they come. The scammers are going to be on fire tonight. All right. We shall see. RM 1042. Says this here, and I quote directly, so, as someone who has been stacking for a little over for a few years now, these are very exciting times. I'm so glad your channel exists, Sal, to teach me and walk me through it all. Much respect. Well, thank you, RM. I am honored and humbled that you chose to be here and watch the videos. I would also encourage you to watch other channels as well, too, for different points of view, so you can have a well-shaped and informed opinion. But I'm honored that you're here, and thank you so much for your trust in me and being here. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Yes, Skull Key. Somebody sent me a link to a video of that. Somebody unboxed it. It's really, really cool. It's pretty amazing. Part of me would really like to have one. That's awesome. 18 grand for that thing. It's crazy. Mark Razor is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And let's get over here to Bill Arrington. We're going to pick up the pace as we're expecting a call any moment now. Several calls, actually. 4 of them, I think, are supposed to call us. Sal, well said, my friend. Well said. On a positive note, premiums are ultra low right now. I just bought silver, a 10th ounce gold, and my first platinum. I'm always buying every week, dollar cost averaging, and doing quite well at it. Good job, Bill. That's the way to do it. Dollar cost averaging is key. Very, very good. Oh, yeah, very good. Let's see here. And let's see where we're at. And let's see here. We got Roadkill 80 says this about my video about watch this before you sell any of your silver. Says the following here. Yeah, I was about to sell a couple of my silver rounds. I'm picking up a 1915 Barber quarter graded an AU 55 for $200, and I'm not going to sell my silver. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep buying with a little bit of fiat money I got. Good job, Roadkill. I would encourage to buy a couple of graded coins of the old classic style. I got a 1945 MS65 slabbed NGC. Love that coin. Really, really cool to have something that's kind of protected, graded, not too expensive. It cost me like $90. I'm like, yeah, it's nice. But to get an AU55 for $200, that's probably not bad for a barber. Those suckers wore down quickly. But anyways, Michael Emordeno, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Good to see some new folks here. KTB Silver Bullion is here. Nickel Stacking is here. Welcome. There's Dean R with us tonight. Appreciate all of you guys being here. We got Willa2365, who I appreciate as well for watching regularly and commenting. I think I would tend to want to keep any PMs that I acquired and pass them on to my children, unless there was a great opportunity that would benefit them more. Yes, good point, Willa. Very, very good point. Yeah, again, this video is not, I'm not against selling at strategic times either, but it should be on your terms, not anybody else. Eli, thank you. Good to see Eli. All right. There's Jeffrey Pegasus. Yes. Our pig use. Good 79 is here. It is the witching hour. Where are the scammers? They should be calling me right now. Zix Road is here. Zix Road. I finally got it right after all these years. Good to see you, my friend. Far out. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. I looked that up and I saw the road sign. I was like, that's crazy. That's a YouTuber. I know this guy. And so they named the road after him, but he named it after the road. All right. Yeah, we close over $41, which is nice to see. Let it marinate over the weekend as we wait the scammers to call us. We've got Jose Martinez says here, good morning, Salivate Metal. This is Emmanuel from California. With so much constitutional silver being melted, do you think that 90% or 40% coins could hold a higher value? Do a video on it. Would love to know your 10 cents in. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. Well, short answer, don't really need to do a video on that specific topic. The short answer is no. There is, unless they melt down more than half of it, we're not going to see it go up in price. I don't think we're going to see it go up in price. There's just too much of this stuff out there. All right, but every single one they melt down makes less available, and I think that's just nice. You know, I think that's a disservice to what it could be used for as a transaction one day. All right, let's see here. Andy Oakley says, great info, Sal. I'm holding by the grace of God. Have a wonderful day. There you go. Hold on tightly. Yes, indeed. That's right. Bill Arrington on this video says this. I've sold a few hundred ounces in my day for a good profit. The problem with it's trying to replenish it at today's price. However, everything was paid off except for my house. What you are paying interest on could be more. Gonna go more metals. That's right. A nice cold coin. Thank you so much. You're exactly right. You got to weigh those benefits. Cost benefit ratio for sure. All right. Let's see here. 4, maybe even 5 scammers were supposed to call me, and we got no callers. It's 2 minutes after the witching hour, these sons of biscuits, and why aren't they calling me? Dang it. Not a single one of them have called me. I had them all lined up and everything, and they're not calling me. Ah, man, I'm teed off. Littlefoot, thank you so much. Thanks for the tie. No problem. Thank you so much, Littlefoot. He gave me a reprieve on the workout. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Adam just left Burning Man. While traveling, I stopped by Reno and visited multiple coin shops. Prices were great and no tax. Nice. Congratulations. Hope you enjoyed it. I heard it was really windy there. All right. Yes, the history is great, Skull Key Bullion. It's good to be reminded of history. I've got a few of those as well. And Tal the Man says here, there's a difference between making a healthy living and being greedy. Kind of a thin line, always moving though. One of the pros and cons of capitalism. Well, yep, capitalism, greed can be considered as an enlightened self-interest. You know what I mean? And so usually, in most cases, there are exceptions, but usually in capitalism, in order for you to be greedy as possible, you have to serve your fellow man. Provide a good service that is going to benefit mankind. So yes, indeed. And look at the iPhone. You know, Steve Jobs made that thing to make money. But it became a very, very popular thing. Where would the world be without it? God Buff Deeg here says, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, let me get over here to this to make it more efficient. He says here, great point, Sal. That Colt coin is sweet. I don't want to ever sell my silver. If I'm selling my silver, the world's economies have collapsed and I'm fighting zombie mutants. Aim for the head. That's right. Good point, God Bluff. You're right. Exactly. All right. Eli. Thank you so much, Eli, with a $3 super chat. Let's give him 3 push-ups for that. Thank you very, very much, sir. Appreciate that. Let's get that happening here. All right. If you're new here, 1, 2, and 3. If you're new here, and there's several new folks with us tonight, and I appreciate you. If you're new here, I hope you'll, number 1, you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Number 2, every time there is a dollar donated via super chat, I do 1 push-up or exercise. Every time there's a dollar donated via PayPal friends and family, I do 2. Yes, indeed. And the reason for that is because with the PayPal friends and family, there's no fees, taxes, or anything taken away. So yes, indeed. So that's why with the PayPal or with Super Chat, it's about 30% in YouTube fees and another 28% in taxes or something somewhere thereabouts. All right, Mudswat is here. Good to see you. P. Ryan Limerick says this. A reason not to sell your silver? It's inflation. Over the past 5 years, many foods, groceries have good as doubled in dollar price. Example, Whopper burger was $4 in 2020. Today it's around $8. Silver in the past 5 years is up only 52%. Still much room for silver to go. Stack silver to protect against dollar inflation. Exactly right. All right. Very good. Oh, thank you, Littlefoot. Very kind of you. He says, call somebody you love today. Yes, indeed. That would be a good thing to do. And maybe that's what the scammer's going to do. If they love me, they would call me. They haven't done so yet. I had them all lined up, these sons of biscuits. And they've not done it yet at all. Very good. All right. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Good advice indeed. David N. DeMott says this here. Let's get over here. He says, one way to see silver is like buying an insurance policy on a wannabe plan. Be happy when the premiums payments are lower in price, and don't be too happy when it's up. There you go. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that is definitely a good way to view that, especially if you want to accumulate more. It's not good if you're in the accumulation mode. Yes, indeed. That's why it's there, for sure. All right. We've got part-time preppers chimes in on this video about not selling. We love part-time preppers. He's been in the community a long time, or they have. After stacking and collecting for more years than you want to know, I only sold two rolls of Washington silver quarters back in 2012 when it hit $45. Didn't need the money, just wanted to see what it was like to sell. I wouldn't sell on eBay. They take way too much percent per sale. The stack is intact for now, even in retirement. No matter what we plan to pass 70% down to the kids, they know enough to realize what it's worth. Way to go, part-time prepper. Smart you guys are indeed, for sure. And let's see here. Let's peruse our way through another comment from Richard Metcalf. Yes, indeed, Richard Metcalf has some thoughts to say here. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to run away, know when to hide. That's right. They got to know. In other words, he's quoting us some lyrics from Kenneth Rogers. May he rest in peace. There's Silver Shelby Stacker. Good to see you, my friend. A new Charlemagne is out. Okay. Cortez Commander or Charlemagne. I've not seen that design yet. And let's do this. Yeah, Andy Social says, 2 weeks ago I couldn't see $50 by December, but I can now. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's not crazy talk anymore, is it, to think about $50 silver again, or really technically for the first time. I don't think in 1980 and 2011, I don't think it officially hit $50. It may have maybe briefly for one day or something like that, but I don't know what the absolute top of the market was. But if I've heard it like 49 something and change, which you can round up to $50. But you know, it's not too crazy to think about $50. I still don't think we're going to see that by the end of the year. But I could be wrong. I pretty well could be wrong. All right. Jammy Jimmy Janga Jangle says this here. If you are selling, I think it's wise only sell 1% of equity wins and hold the rest and replace it. Your financial situation allows that. I agree. Yep, I pretty much made that same sentiment in the video. Oh, yeah. Let's see here as we slurp our broadcast. I do apologize. I did try to get the scammers to call us, set it all up and everything, but they're 10 minutes late, and I'm really pissed-anointed. It's crazy. All right, very good. Oh, a roast is in the oven. Roast is in the oven for Collector. And notice she said there's a roast in the oven, not a bun in the oven. So she's not pregnant. That she just wanted to make that clear. That was her way of telling us that she's not pregnant, because she has a roast coming out, not a bun. A dinner. It sounds good though. I'd be glad to be invited over for a nice roast. That sounds delicious. I'm hungry now. Dang it. Maria is here. Good to see you. All right, let's see here. Shane Jones says, every coin shop I've ever been to around the country is ecstatic. When they hear me mention or show platinum, they say they never see it. Maybe one random piece a month on average, except for one shop that has a bumble shell. They weren't even very interested in platinum, and the prices they paid were pretty tough, but my motor had just blown. Yep, I hear you, Shane. I'm sorry to hear that. And yep, platinum is not nearly as liquid. It's a fascinating metal, but it is not nearly as liquid. That's for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, let's see here. Let's see here. And let's see what we've got. We've got Leovier says here, I am a buyer, not a seller, and I was just thinking that. And here you said it, too funny. Melt 90% is still better than the silver one. Won't take much to refine the 999. That's right. True that. True that. All right. There's Hobo Bill is with us. Good to see Hobo Bill. Dennis Niemeyer is still here. And let's see here. And there's Roller Skating Sag Actors here. Good to see Roller Skating Sag Actor. Thane says this. I sold 20 Silver Eagles last Monday because on my Sigma Metalytics coin verifier, they were the yellow range, close to the green range. Hence, I sold because of what I consider low-quality coins. I think even Sullivan Metal said that the U.S. Mint quality has gone down. It has gone down, Shane, but not in terms of the purity. You might want to recalibrate your machine. That they can't do that, or they won't do that. Let's put it to you that way. They are the pure silver. So it's I would not let that yellow thing scare you, and I would not sell because of that. Maybe your machine needs recalibrating, or you might want to test them with an XRF machine just to make sure. But they are silver. All right. Abram, 3981. Let's get to it. It says this. I can't believe none of the scammers have called me. Out of the 4 or 5 that I had scheduled, none of them have called me. Silver has ways to go, specifically if you take into account the all-time high adjusted for inflation. On top of that, you have the tech and energy demand that to drive its price much higher. Yep, I agree. And talked about that. There's more looking for silver's bullish overall than not, but I think we're going to see a point of consolidation sometime this year, and I need to probably revise my prediction for silver. User says, let me ask you this. Let me see here. You have been collecting for a long time, and it shows, but do you have an end game scenario you have in mind where you may sell some of your stack? Great video, super informative, and I wish you the best, sir. Thank you. Well, yeah, it's going to be a bigger problem for me. Some of the stuff I have are collectibles. A lot of it is. But thankfully, I have a local coin shop, and some of it can be passed down. But I've not really thought about it other than that. Now, obviously, as time goes on, I probably will sell some, likely. But not all, more than likely, But I think really just a matter of where you go to sell that you can get the best price. And of course, being agile with the market when you sell as well. Some of that will change. So I do have an end game, loosely, a very loose end game. All right. Okay, let's see here. We've got IBG on this video about the correction phase that silver might be entering into. I do my own research. In fact, I've done a drone over the Federal Reserve Building to do my own Fed watch. After analyzing the footage, there's nothing to report up from the roof. There you go. All right, MG. I like it. All right, very good. And let's see here. Let us see here what we have coming up to the next comment. From Lisa Anderson, who I believe is with us, says, thank you. Well, thank you. She left me a heart, too. All right. Thank you so much. Lisa, you're awesome. And Astral Club says, when prices climb quickly, you have to expect a temporary retracement. That's right. And that's why I think we're kind of due for one with silver. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know when it's going to occur. Very good. But let's see here. We've got the Bozo. Says, selling when you have reached your goal. Or the reason you have been stacking in the first place is okay, like people who stack for retirement are now sitting on large profits, but don't sell at all if you don't hold gold too. I hold quite a bit of silver, but it was to buy more gold. Exactly. Very good. Good point. Very good point for sure. All right. Let's see here. And let's see what we have with this. Comment I wanted to see up here. Dividend Nomad. Really cool. Read my comment. Thank you so much. And I probably read from your handle rather than your account name. But thank you. Appreciate you popping in tonight. Appreciate you very, very much. All right. And let's see what we've got here from Hercules Porsche. All right, Hercules Porsche, thank you. He went and saw my tungsten. This is the only one on YouTube, by the way, everybody. If you've not seen it, you should check it out. The only one on YouTube. The first and only tungsten full stack video. Says, thanks for pointing me to this. I'm still trying to work out if owning a little tungsten might make for a fun mini investment. Price seems to be trending upwards. I've never really paid attention to the price of it, but maybe I should since I have a full stack video of over 180 ounces. Yes, indeed. Maybe it could be a good point for sure. All right, let's see here. And we've got this. We've got Billy. So, Sal, I heard on another show that you were the first silver stacker YouTube channel. Well, actually, that's not exactly right. The YouTube precious metals community has evolved over the years, but its first incarnation really started at about 2007, 2008. If you want to even call them stacking channels. But precious metal channels that showed precious metals mainly, with little brief talks about them, started back then. But the community as it exists today with channels fully dedicated to it. Started probably about a year before I came on the scene in 2012. But yeah, but yeah. So I'm not the first, but I'm probably the longest running that's still going at it strong. I'm probably I'm probably the longest running that's been posting regular content, taking no breaks. CCT is not that far behind me. He's only a few months, and he's been posting constantly too. Oh, thank you guys for posting a link to the tungsten stack video. You can check those out. And JM Elise posted it as well too. Appreciate that. And very, very kind. And let's get over here to this. We've got Snakebite. Just purchased 2 rolls of 90% quarters for $5.30. Trying to complete a box. Way to go, Snakebite. Nice. Very, very cool. I've not worked out the math on that, but hopefully it works all right. Alfarius, welcome. Good to see you. Ardell has got a wedding ring made of tungsten. Nice. Tungsten carbide, likely. All right. And we've got Dean R. says this here. Let me get over to this. Says the following. With rising silver prices, I have adjusted my strategy over the last few years. I've focused heavily on buying vintage sterling jewelry. Okay, interesting. All right. Many sellers do not keep up with silver prices, and I typically get sterling for about 50 cents a gram, oftentimes less than that. Nice. That's strategic buying for sure. You got to do some research to make that happen, but very cool. All right, yes. Thanks to JM. He's been a great moderator. Appreciate that. And thank you, Littlefoot. I appreciate that. You're very kind. Yes, JM's a great member of the community. Jeffrey Jackson. Whoa. Look at that, Jeffrey Jackson. How you doing, brother? Long time no talk to you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, sir. Wow. Good to see you. Thank you so much, Jeffrey Jackson. Good to see you, Ryan Kaiser. And I hope you're doing well, Jeffrey Jackson. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's give 22 push-ups now. That on top of Littlefoots as well. All right. Very, very cool. And let's see here. Let's make this happen. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Yeah. Wow. Oh, boy. I'm going to feel that. Thank you so much, my friend. Man. All right. Yes. Appreciate that, Jeffrey Jackson. Oh, man. You're the man. Very good. Let's see here. Catch a little breath here, but thank you so much for that. And you guys are great. And let's see here. All right. Matt Wingy says, agility rules. I only wish I was more as agile as silver, bouncing up and down. Which way next? That's right, exactly. I hear you. It's been a pretty wild ride for silver this year, for sure. Mostly to the upside, mind you. Very, very good. All right, let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Good crowd with this tonight. Still surprised we've not gotten some scammers to call us. But we'll take them if they do. And let's see here. Let's see. Okay, where do we just get up here? They got this comment from Russell Ream. Russell Ream chimes in here. Let's get over to this. He says, still buying here. Spot up or down. In the end, it's all going down. Wait for the rate cut. More inflation, higher silver and spot prices means more inventory at my LCS when people are selling to buy their groceries and pay bills. I especially like to use an example when I was at my LCS 3 months ago and an older lady stripped her rings from her fingers and said she wanted to sell them. I know my government tells me that things are getting better, but the masses' actions are showing me something else. Be safe, take care of your family. That's right, exactly. What's most important is what's happening in the world around you, in the end, for sure. I mean, yes, overall, there's some good signs the economy is improving, but there's also some parts that are really in trouble. This jobs numbers are a part of that. We'll see here. Bill Button, good to see you. And let's see here. We've got C. Phipps says, I sold a tube of 25 maple leaves for $1,000 yesterday that I paid $660 for 18 months ago. Not a terrible time to sell if you need a few bucks to pay some bills. That's true. You're right. You definitely came out ahead on that one for sure. All right. Very, very good. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. And let's move on up to the next comment. We've got here from TJMMCD1 with a comment about selling silver. Says this. Let me get over here. Let me make this thing happen. Unfortunately, even though the fiat US dollars might be utterly worthless, you cannot buy or pay for anything with physical silver or gold bullion. Actually, technically, you can. It's not as easy to do, but you can do that. But let's pause right there because Uriah Kaiser with a 1999 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. He says he's been buying silver jewelry now for 4 years and have over 100,000 in scrap jewelry. Wow. Now that is, man, I paid less than $10,000 for, and that doesn't include the sellable silver I've sold for a profit. That is amazing, Uriah Kaiser. That's right. He has a shop. And so he's able to make that work. That's awesome. That is way to go. That is a smart way to do it. That is awesome, Uriah Kaiser. Let's give you 20 curls for that, if that's okay. And yes, check out his website. James Unleashed has been very kind to post a link to it at dripvault.com. That is awesome. Check him out. And, all right. I think in upstate New York, if I'm not mistaken. But that's awesome, Uriah Kaiser. Let's do 20. Here, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That's going to be harder to do if I get a 25-pound barbell. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Anyways, he goes on to say this. You must first sell and then convert it to the fiat dollar. Even in an SHTF scenario, no one will know what an ounce of silver is worth in a trade or barter situation unless its value is based upon fiat currency. Even though it's pretty shiny, you can't eat silver bullion. That's true. But I actually did a whole series about silver and SHTF. People will understand and be made aware of the value of silver in due course and due time, even in an economic collapse. Natural law, that's intrinsic value. It will come about for sure. Man, you guys are keeping me going tonight. And CCT also says you can buy goods with silver. I have taken silver in payment for several of my silver testing slides. Gold Chick paid for hers in silver too. That's awesome. That's great. I did not know that. We praying for Gold Chick. We don't know what's going on. Hopefully, and maybe CCT's got some connections there, but we hope she's okay. We've not seen her in months now. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. We've got Old Daddy Bear. We're getting up on some of these comments now. Yep, sorry, no scammers tonight. I had them all lined up, but they never called. People really need to consider that the spreads between buying and selling prices of physical silver take time to overcome. It's the difference between what you can buy for and what sell for is about 10%. Inflation is in the 3 to 4% range. It will take 3 years or so of inflation to offset the buy-sell spread. Of course, if silver jumps up more than just inflation, you can be in the black a lot faster, but that's more speculation than in the storing value. Base plan should be to hold silver for years, not weeks or months. Exactly right. It really should, especially in the physical form. You're right. Ketchum's 5111 on the video about the smart way to stack silver on a limited budget. Yes, indeed. That's a video that if you're a buyer, you got to watch that video. I've been stacking for about 10 years, and I see it as a savings account that I don't touch. It's a lot of fun to stack and collect. I just recently started stacking XF Random Morgan and Peace dollars. I love the size of the coin and the history. I don't mind paying extra for a nicer coin, but I would solely stack them. Almost up 200 ounces. It makes me feel good that you're spending money and saving at the same time. It just starts with one and you're hooked, which is a good thing. Yep, indeed, that's right. Very, very good. Let's get moving up here. We've got Carrie Taryn on this video here about the silver's correction phase. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's how gold and silver moves. Sometimes it's 3 steps forward and 2 back. Like a slinky, depends on the steps going in. Everything and anything is possible. You can count one thing, it's going to change. That's exactly right. Good analysis there for sure. Steve C is here. Welcome, Steve C. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. And Tony Roma says here, I can tell you one thing, when silver reaches $100 an ounce, you're going to have a lot of people cashing out. That may or may not be true. It depends on when it happens and what the market conditions are like then. There's a lot of unknowns in that arena. All right, let's see here. We've got Marcus Thoma. As silver goes, I'm watching the premiums. At spot, I'll buy junk. Rounds, bars, gotta get it on the cheap and cost average. There you go. Yep, that's a part of being agile. Indeed it is. You are right. Neil, doing all right. How you doing, Neil? Good to see Neil K. 79 is still here. I'm going to make it my mission to say hello to 79 a total of 5 times tonight. That's number 2. Yes, indeed. All right, and let's see. We've got PDX Eddie says here, always remember to keep enough cash around so you don't have to sell in desperation. That's exactly right, because desperation means you're going to get what you get, supply and demand. You need your cash on the demand side, profit. Even if it's best buy or hold, it suits you. There's no wrong way to trade silver, but try not to be on the losing side. That's exactly right. Anything is possible in a world we have more than our gross GDP in debt. Yep, that's true. You're right there. BB says, even if it's legal to melt down your silver quarters and dimes, it's government minted currency, but they've essentially been demonetized for all intents and purposes. So that's why it's legal to do that. PC Coinstar is here. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. All right. Oh, and hello to 79. That's number 3. Saying greetings to 79. That's the 3rd time, in other words, for those of you keeping count. Not only is it the number 3, it's the 3rd time as well. Good to see Big Test Unit is with us tonight. Good to see you, sir. Carrie Taryn, John Knox is here, and we'll get into, let's get over here to this one. Mark 3AB. The ratio between gold and silver has always been erratic. When William Jennings Bryan campaigned for bimetallism, he used the campaign slogan 16-1. The ratio is now more like 80-1. It's actually 87-1 now. If you decided to put your money into gold and silver in 1900, if you put a pound into a gold sovereign, it would be worth 4 or 5 times as much as you put with the same pound into 20 shillings. Well, what William Jennings Bryan was referring to was the fixed ratio, not the natural ratio and not the price ratio. That's the difference. Gold and silver were money back then. And yes, indeed. Let's see here. We've got Kiri Laughter. 1/3 was unloaded at $30. Another third unloaded at $40 when silver hits $50. All right. Okay. So that's your strategic for selling. All right. Very good. Robert Clark chimes in with this and says, I haven't sold a gram of silver or gold in my life at 68 years. And back in the silver spike 15 years ago, I traded a couple buckets of treasury silver for gold. A silver quarter was worth almost $5 at that time. However, I did stop buying silver recently. I've got enough to sustain me and the fam at this point. Good job. That's the way to go. You've done it very well through the years. All right. All right, we just have this breaking news as I send my 4th greeting to 79. She has indirectly said that she likes me as well. I was not the exception of the person that she likes, that doesn't like. So Nickel got the raw end of the deal there, but I was saved. I was spared from being disliked by 79. That's wonderful news. As I sent my 4th greeting out, stay tuned for the 5th greeting. All right, or 5th hello. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Greg Olson, too many new round makers. There's a lot. Sorry to add to the bunch. I've got a silver round too. I'm part of the noise there. Picked up a round my local newspaper, made in 1984 to commemorate their 100-year anniversary. Not sure yet how many were made. Cool round and a newspaper boy in front. That's cool. Never heard of that one, but that's pretty wild for sure. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's move back up here and see what we've got. With this Ardell, ain't nothing like starting the day with a video from Sal. I watched the opening bell, but listen to Sal. Thank you, Ardell. I appreciate your kindness and viewership, and you're here tonight, and I appreciate that, sir, very, very much. It means a lot to me that you watch daily. Appreciate you. All right. Where are we at? Let's get over here to Red Crawler. Let me get over here. What's happening here? Do you think the mints will stop making 1-ounce gold coins and switch to half-ounce only at a certain price? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that likely would probably be an act of Congress to make that happen. I think the legislation calls for 1 ounce as well to meet demand. But yeah. Let's see here. But I'm not sure exactly. If it gets it has to get really, really crazy for that to happen, Red Crawler. But I don't think. I mean, they may just not mint. They may mint more half-ounce coins, and that will fluctuate in the like. But I don't think they'll ever stop minting the 1-ounce gold coins, unless it spikes up to $10,000 an ounce, like within a couple of weeks. Then they just may stop producing them if people aren't going to buy them. But you might be surprised on who is going to be buying those 1-ounce coins. There's some big money out there that probably would still buy those. It's crazy to think about how expensive they've gotten. Dr. Doom, gold went from $3,300 to $3,600 in 2 months. We could hit 4K by the end of this year at this pace. We sure could. You're exactly right. It's crazy to think about, but you're right. Michael K, so glad I started stacking when I did. That's right, Michael. Good job. And by the way, is Michael here? I'm curious. When did you start stacking, Michael K? I'm very, very curious. I might do another poll on that, but I'm curious to see when he started stacking specifically. And let's see here. Big J Rolling, Sal Buddy. In the last few days, I've been thinking about this topic. What the heck is the media, the financial publication? This run is approaching historical. Nothing but crickets. I've been talking about it a lot on this channel with the market, with gold and everything like that. Well, this specific thing, I just saw an article on it, but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, media's not covering it. Yeah, half-ounce gold buffaloes would be nice. They sure would. They only made the fractional buffaloes 1 year in 2008, but there is a chance they may bring those back. By the way, there is a chance. Yep, I kid you not. Not only do I kid you not, I'm not kidding either. And let's see here. Let's see here. Dilly Dog, to the moon, Sal, to the moon. I just bought 12 1-ounce gold and a wallet. Told them Sal sent me from Summit Metals. Thank you, Dilly Dog. Very kind of you, my friend. Appreciate that. Yeah, go ahead to summitmetals.com. And they buy and also sell precious metals, both of those things. And if you want a Summit Metal silver round, Jay Monlise has been very kind. He said just go and search the search bar at Summit Metals and it'll pop right up. They are still available. I don't know if we'll be able to get any more back once this stock runs out. And I know they only got 95,000 of them in stock. So they're going to run out very quickly. There's only 95,000 left of the salvage metal round. So you better buy it now or you're going to be out of luck. 95,000. That's it. There's no more after that. It's a very low mintage. That's it. It's crazy. You guys better buy it. You better buy it now, because if you don't, there's going to be 94,999 others just waiting to click that buy now button. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. All right. Oh, Dean's birthday. Happy birthday, Dean. Nobody told me. Oh, man. Happy birthday to Dean. He's got grandkids. And, oh, man, look at that. Happy birthday to Dean. All right. Very, very cool. Happy birthday to you, brother. Yes, indeed. I'd sing happy birthday, but I don't know what key you want me to sing it in. You know what I'm saying? And let's see here. Where are we at? We've got Wildcat says, there's a vote coming to see if the U.S. declares silver a strategic metal. Well, I don't know that it's necessarily a vote. I think it's got to be run up the chain. I think it's got to be declared that. I don't know if it's the Commerce Secretary or what have you, or maybe even the President, but I don't know that a vote is coming on that. 10th ounce gold round. Nice. Congratulations on getting a 10th ounce gold round. All right. And let's see here. We just have a new subscriber. Philly Beef has subscribed to us. Nice. Thank you, Philly Beef, if you're here. All right. Let's see here. Let's get to Ludo. Thanks for the master class in recent history of gold, Uncle Sal, even living across the pond, and so obviously paying, calculating, and thinking in euros was fascinating to follow. We'll catch the video again to take notes. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Ludo. Very kind of you indeed. Very much. All right. Yes, Ibg bought a pocket pinger. Thank you, Ibg. Jason Ivy's made it. Yes, and pocket pingers are a really cool way, a cheap way to test using sound. In fact, a good combination for that would be to get a pocket pinger, the link to which is in the description of this video. It's an affiliate link, so I get a little bit of a kickback from that. But also, you can get a CCT silver slide. So it's good to have both those things, I think, together. It's a good combination. David McKenzie, gold and silver is real money. Lots out there. Don't get it. Keep up the good work, Sal. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm going to try my best. Eli in the Wolverine State. Seems like a great weekend to do some gold panning. There you go. $111 a gram in 5 hours. Only get a 1/8 of a gram to a penny weight gold panning. Yes, a lot of work for a little bit of return, but I think a lot. There's mainly just the experience of going out and doing it. So understandable. All right. Let's see here. Dan Anthony says this. I'll say a prayer for you if you're selling under $50. You must be really desperate then. I've been there. No judgment. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Yep. Yep. There are cases where, emergencies come up that even if you have cash on hand, it's not enough and you got to sell your stack. For sure. Understand. Totally understand that. All right. Let's see. There's Michael K. He's with us. Welcome, Michael K. Good to see you, brother. And let's see here. We have got this from Aljal 6354. El Salvador just bought $50 million worth of gold. I saw the headline for that, but no article behind it. I think it's fake news. I may look into that a little bit more, but that was one of those things. That website is not known for being very accurate or very reliable. And let's see here. Bozo, I'm feeling a lot better about gold than in the stock market bubble. I'm with you on that for sure. Robert Lantham says, should I consider shifting some of my silver back into gold? I sold my small gold holding less than 2 ounces about 6 weeks ago in order to pay for our mortgage, which we did. All right, well, congratulations on that. And it just depends on how much silver you have compared to gold. If you have very little silver and still have some gold, I wouldn't do it. I would just save up for some gold. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's do one more here. We got Matthew 2209 says, I'm actually peed off over the VAT of what I was offered by 10 plus shops in Central Florida for BU Silver Eagles. One and two offered spot. One was 65 cents over, and another one was $1 and $2 back a spot. This is stupid and making me second guess. Well, you take the best deal. It's about right, about spot or a little bit over, or what have you. That's about what the market's doing these days. But shop around, including online. Like I said, Summit Metals will also buy your silver if you need to sell it. In fact, they quote the price on the website, but if you call or email and tell them Uncle Sal or Salivate Metals sent you, they will give you a better price. That's right. They will give you a better price. All right, there you go. And Bikini Woman, I don't know if I'm happy or sad about the huge increase again. I would love to buy more gold. Not sure now at these prices. I've recently sold some gold jewelry and bought some more metal coins. Thanks for all your videos. Well, thank you, Bikini Woman. I appreciate you so much. Mark Razor. Thank you, Mark Razor, with a 5 spot. These clickbait silver channels have lied to me. I thought we would be at $200 today. That's what they told me. Yeah, I know. I hear you. There is a lot of that out there. There's a lot of speculation in the market, and we just have to do our own due diligence. And by the way, I could be wrong too about where I think silver is going to go too. So don't take my word for anything. But thank you, Mark Razor. Very kind of you indeed. Let's see here. Well, folks, very cool. Well, hey, I got to head out of here, but we're going to be back here on Sunday night for more madness and good times. Let me give Mark 5 push-ups real quick here. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, Mark Razor. Appreciate that. And thank you all. You guys are amazing and awesome. I appreciate you so much for being here tonight. And just remember, I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice that will serve you well in life, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take it squeezy. Don't be sleazy. If you have a cold, it's okay to sneezy. Bye. Oh, and hi, Terry. Hi, 79. There's number 5. Hi, 79. Number 5.